Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wayne Gaming, and 70-man squad of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of NeveN. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. I'm running the latest build. It has over 24,000 words of extra content. That's a lot. No offense, but you make a hell of a first impression. It's hard to imagine you relaxing. I sure hope I impress. That's part of my job, after all. We can at least give you that. You're good at what you do. I'm as proud of my work as you are of yours. Might as well do it as professionally as possible. A grunt of approval comes from Vakad's throat. Was that a way for the two of them to compliment each other? But you're not on duty now, are you? Couldn't you take your helmet off a little bit? I'm sure it would help make you more approachable. No. You never take it off? No. If these aren't detailed answers that allow me to move forward in this discussion, I don't know what is. You're wasting your time. Since I've been here, I've never seen him without this thing. I don't think anyone's ever seen him without it. Don't be ridiculous. Of course I've been seen without my helmet. I've shown my face to the kings. I offer them the respect they deserve. Speaking of the kings, how come we haven't seen them yet? I wasn't expecting a personal welcome, but we should have run into them in the halls by now. They're just not here. When the competition is only 3 days away? If you don't mind me asking, where are they? Gillian lets out a long sigh, but it doesn't seem to be directed at a cat. My lords take days off from time to time, and the prince takes care of the castle in their absence. They have a secondary residence in the woods, the location of which is known only to them, the heir, and myself. This allows them, according to their own words, to release the pressure and thus be better able to rule. Oh, they're fucking in a cabin in the woods. Okay, got it. What could they possibly be doing for a few days stranded in the woods? A familiar voice whispers right next to my ear. They fuck. A high-pitched squeal escapes my lips as I flinch in my chair. By the time I get myself together, I can see Vakad snickering softly across from me, while a cat at my side seems to be holding back from doing the same. At least Gillian doesn't look like he's making fun of me. Tenok! Hey there, Bunny. Consider this payback for what you put me through earlier. He laughs softly while Gillian sighs again. Lord Tenok, a little bit of respect would be appreciated. You are talking about our kings. What? It's not like it's a secret. They're married, and there's not a ton of things married couples do when they go to a cabin in the woods by themselves. And I already told you to forget about the whole lord thing. Carrying my name is lordly enough. And as I've already pointed out to you as well, it would be disrespectful to your position. Tenok sighs before giving me an insistent look. We'll have to work on relaxing him a bit. We? What, you don't want to give me a hand? You know I'm right here and I can hear you. Tenok turns to the panther and offers a big smile, which causes Gillian to roll his one moving eye. And when do the kings expect to return from their, vacation? Tomorrow, maybe. 2 days at the most. And you better believe you'll know when they're there. Aeon is everything but discreet. He likes to let people know when he's here. Ouch, that's my kind of thing. He enjoys a good show. That's one way of looking at it, I guess. Come on, Gillian. Even you have to admit that Aeon tends to overdo it sometimes. His Majesty Aeon has the right to behave as he wishes. The panther then looks away, as if embarrassed by what's following. But I must admit that my work would be greatly simplified if my lord knew how to restrain himself from time to time. There it is. You see, it's not so difficult. Even you are able to take a jab at royalty. Tenok starts to chuckle, and I feel myself quickly joining him. I can see a cat doing the same from the corner of my eye. Vakad lets out one of his amused grunts, and I can see that Gillian seems to be smiling under his helmet. Not that the situation is particularly funny, but it's just nice to be surrounded by companions like this and be able to exchange some jokes around a table. It's almost like I'm in a band again. I didn't realize how much I missed it, and it's only been a few days. That nice moment is interrupted, however, by someone giving a series of small, cheerful taps on the table, just enough to get noticed. Second, y'all. Water time. When I turn my head, I can see a hyena about my age leaning on the table with a big smile on his face. Once he's made sure he's got our attention, he points at both the cat and me. I spent a while looking for you two. Looking for us? Why? Is there a problem? What? No, in fact, it's quite the opposite. With the competition coming up soon, the rest of us figured that everyone could use a break from all this stress. So we're having a little party. Tomorrow night in the courtyard, we're gonna have a blast and keep all the nobles awake. He laughs loudly before turning to Tenok. No offense, my lord. As if I intend to sleep while you're out having fun. I will party with you. He bursts out laughing, quickly joined by the hyena. Perfect! And you two? Will you join us? It depends. I have my own set of rules. Oh, really? Will there be alcohol? It wouldn't be a party without alcohol. In that case, I'm in, and a cat will be there too. What? But I... Alright, I'll be there. The Falcon smiled shyly. I might finally get a chance to see him relax a bit. I'm certainly not going to let this opportunity pass. Great! Well, I'll let you finish eating. I still have people to inform. Enjoy your meal and see you tomorrow. See you at the party, and thanks. With a fluid movement, he turns around and walks out of the room, almost hopping. He gives the impression of being a dancer with his grace. A real party. That'll do me good. I'll finally get a chance to let loose and have a little, let loose a little and have some fun and evaluate the competition. Because I doubt a bunch of bards could hold back from singing at an occasion like this. So I'll have some scouting to do to see how good they are, and I will also try to impress them. But either way, it promises to be fun. Bard gatherings rarely mean boredom. I don't think I've ever attended an impromptu party like this. Do I have to bring anything? There must be an appropriate outfit. I'm not sure I have the right attire. I interrupted Ket before he can continue monologuing. Stop worrying. It's not anything formal. Just bring your loot and you'll be good. We'll just be there to sing, have fun, and drink. And make sure we don't end the night alone in bed. Tenek bursts out laughing as I watch a cat go through a whole series of red gradations. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was possible to blush that much. Not everyone is like you, Scaly Ass. Some of us prefer to sleep alone. Oh, look at him pouting. Just come along, too. I'm sure we'll find a way to have fun. And you too, Gilliant. I'll be there, but not for fun. An event like this is going to be an aberration in terms of security. I'll have to stay alert. Nah, not my thing. Ugh, buzzkill. Looks like it's just you and me tomorrow. He smiles as he looks at the cat and me, and I can't help but return the smile as the Falcon continues to look away, still red-faced. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Something tells me it's not likely to be boring. I lay on the floor, gasping for air. It's over. I can't take it anymore. Regret all the decisions that led me to this point. By the gods, end my life, and please try to make it quick. The only response I get is a long sigh from Gillian. He decided to drag it out, the bastard. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? I just spent an hour running, lifting weights, and bending in positions that are clearly not natural. I'm pretty sure you're trying to kill me very slowly. I'm trying to give you muscle, that's all. It won't hurt you in the long run. I'm a singer. I don't need muscle. Besides, can you imagine what I'd look like on stage if my arms were the size of my thighs? Not to mention that I wouldn't be able to play the cute bunny trick to seduce someone anymore. It would force me to change my entire repertoire, and that's absolutely out of the question. You could be a singer and be able to carry more than 10 kilos, you know. I glare at him without any subtlety. I'm not that weak, I think. But obviously that's enough for today. I wouldn't want to wear you out when you have a party to attend. Oh, right. There's a party tonight. I'll be able to let loose a little. That's actually very welcome right now. The last few days have been strange, to say the least. Gillian holds out his paw to help me up, and I grab it. No more reason to lie on the floor. My diva complaints paid off. Once I'm up, I quickly dust myself off before looking back at the panther. So, you're planning to be there too? I told you yesterday, my men and I will be there to provide security, not to participate directly in the festivities. Too bad. I would have loved to see you dance. I'm sure you have the moves. I'm the only one here interested in the idea, obviously. Do you think we will at least be able to see Maelborn at the party? His Majesty Maelborn has not yet informed me whether or not he will attend the festivities, but I assume he will show up, if only to keep an eye on what's going on. Thinking, you know, water time. Maybe I'll get him to dance with me then. I wouldn't count on it, but I guess it's safe to try. So I have the permission of the captain of the guard to invite the Crown Prince to dance. Perfect. After this exchange, we store the training equipment in silence. I'll never admit it to anyone, but I have to admit there's something nice about working out like this. Sure, I'm exhausted, but it's a good fatigue? I think that's the word that best describes the feeling. Once I put everything back in its place, I wave to Gillian before heading off to my room. I know I told a cat yesterday that no fancy clothes were necessary for tonight, but that doesn't mean I don't have the right to embellish myself a little bit for the occasion. I'm not going all out on the outfit. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look nice, is there? Not to mention after the workout Gillian put me through, a little grooming will be more than welcome. And maybe pull out some decent shirts, nothing extravagant, just to look my best. Well, I made an effort. I only put on my second best shirt. I think that's a defiant demonstration of my ability to hold back. However, I still have one more thing to do before I can join the others in the courtyard. I need to take a look at my favorite bird and make sure he's not freaking out in his room. If this really is his first time at a party, something tells me it promises to be a most interesting evening. As a knock on Aket's door, I wonder if he took my advice from the night before into account, or if he still decided to dress up in a special way. Plus, I'm really curious to see a Macadian party outfit if he puts one on. However, when the door opens, I'm almost dazzled for a few seconds. I think Aket spent a lot of time, polishing the gold lines under his eyes, so much so that they're now shining very nicely. I guess this is another way for him to deal with his stress. I don't know if it's better or worse than his monologues, though. Hey, I see you're glowing today. Tell me you didn't spend all day scrubbing your lines. Well, not all day, no. I'll settle for that. Something tells me you spent more time on it than I would consider reasonable. Let's not talk about the time I spent trying to perfectly brush my fur. I have a very good reason for doing all this. I need to look cute to do my job, after all. You don't think this is too much, do you? I wouldn't want to look like I've overdone it compared to everyone else. Nah, don't worry. Even if everyone notices you, what's the harm in that? Enjoy the attention. It's what we do. Not everyone is like you. On stage, it's one thing for people to look at me, but when I'm just me, I'd prefer to be discreet. Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. For me, whether I'm on stage or not, I'm basically still being myself, for the most part. I exaggerate my personality a bit from time to time, that's all. And I hide what I don't want when I don't want anyone to see. Like most people do, I believe. That being said, it provides a fairly simple solution to Aket's problem. Well, in that case, just use me as a shield. If you feel that too many people are watching you, let me know. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's getting attention, and unlike you, I love it. I give him a brief wink and then have the pleasure of watching him laugh timidly. While I certainly have some interest in seeing my musician at his best before we perform, I also really want Aket to have some fun now. Considering all he had to endure to get here, he deserves it. Ready to go then? I gotta tell you, if I don't have at least a pint in my stomach before we show what we can do, I'm gonna be pissed. So, are you going to drink before you sing? Of course! I'm only better with a little alcohol in my blood. Aket continues to look at me doubtfully as I give him my best smile. By the gods, this bird really needs to learn to relax. As we walk down the palace corridors, I begin to hear music coming from the courtyard. Instinctively, I bob my head to its beat. That's my domain out there. That's what I'm best at. I want to be there. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to get attention, to be the main attraction. I want to be remembered. There you go. Water time. Once outside, I can see that the preparations for the party have been minimal, to say the least. There are just 3 tables stuck together to form a semblance of a stage and a bunch of barrels of alcohol in the corner of the courtyard. What I find much more interesting is the 20 or so people already there, my direct competitors, the other bards who came here to win the prize. There are dozens of species here from all over the kingdom, all joking and laughing with each other. I can even see an orca and a shark emptying a barrel together. There are felines, canines, rodents, and on the corner of my eye I spot the hyena who warned us yesterday chatting with what I assume to be the other members of his troop, a badger and a Labrador. The mood is as light as can be. Tonight we forget about the competition. We forget that we are opponents. We're just here to drink, laugh, and sing. And that's the environment I feel most comfortable in. I turn to Aket, who gives me a puzzled look. Is there a problem? He scratches the back of his head, searching for his words. I thought the party was in the courtyard. It is. But there's nothing. No buffet, no sound for the dancers, just empty tables. I think you and I have 2 very different ideas of what a party is. I let out a long sigh at the confused look on his face before starting to push him in the direction of the barrels. This is not a party for nobles here. We're not here to applaud someone who's performing. We're here to have fun first and foremost, to have a good time while we still can. So do me a favor, will you? Have a drink and enjoy yourself. If you want to sing, sing, and if you want to dance, dance. But if you want someone in your bed, let me know and I'll be your wingman. I have the pleasure of seeing Aket blush again. It's so easy it almost spoils the fun. Almost. Oh, I think... He stammers for a moment before closing his eyes and taking a deep breath. I'm impressed. He manages to calm himself without any help. Looks like our little bird is leaving the nest finally. I'll try to have fun your way. Well, not completely, but thanks for the offer. I don't think I'll do that last thing. Besides, I don't think many people really want to share a relationship with me. I've never been very popular. What? A beautiful bird like you? I'm sure half the females here are just dying to pounce you. Aket blushes even more and looks around. Almost as if he's about to be jumped on by a group of damsels in heat. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!